Hey everyone, it's Lauren. Welcome or welcome back. Today I'm doing another Beauty Empties video. I have a whole container filled with just a bunch of makeup, skincare, hair care, all the items that I've used up over the past couple of months. It has definitely been a while since I did my last Empties video. I believe it was over like winter break for me, and now I'm home for summer break. So quite a few things to talk about. I feel like this is definitely, like, looking down at it, going to probably be one of the largest Empties videos that I've done in a while. Quite a few things to talk about. As always, I'll have them all that are still available linked in the description below so you can check out any of these products that you want to. Just know that any link that has a star beside of it is an affiliate link, so if you go through the link to purchase a product, I can make a commission off of your purchase. It's not going to cost anything extra to you, but I like to be very transparent about that just at the start of all my videos so you guys know all the details on that. But as for today's video, if you haven't seen previous Beauty Empties videos, I mean, mine are pretty similar to pretty much everyone else's, but I am going through these products, sharing whether I plan on repurchasing them or not, who I'd recommend them to or not, kind of, you know, that deal. Just my full thoughts on the products now that I've used them up entirely, kind of giving you what my afterthoughts of using the products are on. So I hope that you guys enjoy today's video. If you do, give it a thumbs up, and with that being said, let's get into it. So I feel like it's only fitting to start today's video with the product that makes it into pretty much, or these two products that make it into pretty much every single Empties video that I do. One or the other, if not both, is going to be in it. These are the Garnier Micellar Cleansing Waters. This one right here is just like the all-in-one normal makeup remover and cleanser, and this one right here is the waterproof version. Now these are the 13.5 fluid ounce size. They do have larger, they do have smaller, so if you want travel size or you want the value size, you can get that as well. The reason that I typically go through two of these, now I will say this is kind of the all-in-one for me personally. Like, if I can only bring one and I'm traveling, whatever, like this is the one that I keep in the travel size version because it removes my eye makeup. You know, it can really get rid of it, while as this one, it can, but sometimes, like, if you get the product in your eyes, it can not be the most comfortable. It's not uncomfortable, but like this one's just so much better suited for that, and it does a better job. It's a little bit, it feels a little bit more oilier, more oily. I don't think either of these, neither of these have oil, or alcohol, or fragrance in them, but it just has a little bit more of a intense removing property to it, where I feel like it just does a better job. And this one's a little bit more soothing, works better for my like more irritation prone skin, so I like using this consistently all over the face. But when I'm in a pinch, this can double for the face and the eyes. Wanted to keep this pretty brief just because I talk about them all the time, but these are my favorite makeup removers on the market. I will say, while they are cleansers, I do like to remove them with water after. So like, I don't like leaving the product residue on my face. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I'm pretty sure you don't even have to take it off with water after you've applied, but for me, that's just what I like to do, so I did want to just throw that in there. So I don't have a ton of dry shampoos to talk about. I feel like normally I'm like, here's one, here's another, but I do have two that I've used up over this past period, and this is the Batiste Instant Refresh De-Frizzing Dry Shampoo. Here's what it looks like. Has 6.73 fluid ounces of product in here. I say that only because, like, when I think about dry shampoos, they really, like, the amount of product that you're getting really does range the gamut. So there are a lot of different ones that give you far less and some that give you far more. So when I think about the price tag on these, I feel like it's pretty consistent. This is one that I'm constantly repurchasing because it's been one that's affordable and I feel like does a decent job. Like, it does what I need, which is make my hair look clean. Doesn't necessarily make my hair feel the most clean. Sometimes it can make it feel a little stiff. Like, it definitely is not probably the best product for my hair, and I've come to realize that, but it's one that gets the job done. But I have been trying to, which is probably why I don't have as many dry shampoos to talk about today, I've been trying to use dry shampoo a little bit more sparingly. Here's another one that I was using up. I mean, I find a lot of the Batiste dry shampoos just to be very similar. This is another one of their 6.73 fluid ounce bottles, but this is the cherry dry shampoo. Here's what it looks like. This one really just has a cherry scent to it, and I actually kind of liked it. It's like fruity, cheeky is how they describe it. It's basically the original though, and I do, again, like, I feel like they all are very similar, except the one I'm using right now, I think it's like a volumizing one. Really not liking that. Did not enjoy that, but there's another one that I'm using from a different brand. I believe it's Collab, that I've really been enjoying. So I'll have to mention that in a future like favorites video or whatever, because I've really been enjoying it. I'm almost done with the bottle that I've been using. And honestly, if I look at the price and I see that it's pretty comparable, I don't really remember it off the top of my head, but if I see that it's comparable as far as like the product that you're getting to the price that you're paying, then that'll probably be the newer, like the product that you'll be seeing as like my constant replacement of dry shampoo. Like, you won't be seeing Batiste as much, just because I feel like my hair feels better. It doesn't feel as stiff when I wake up after I've used dry shampoo the night before. So we'll see, but this may be, you maybe see Batiste dwindling out of my Beauty Empties videos in the future. So next, I have a heat protectant that I've really been enjoying. I just got it in the smaller size because, like, I was in a pinch one day and, like, ran to Ulta, got kind of the smallest size that I saw they had. Lasted me forever. It's the Shea Total Perfect, I think it's like De-Frizz lotion or something. This is a smaller size, but I really want to pick up a larger size of it or another product of that nature from Shea, because I felt like it did a really good job at protecting my hair. I didn't love the smell. It's kind of a little cologne-y type. Like, it definitely is like a stronger, more, I don't want to say like, I don't know, just a stronger type scent to it, which, you know, I'm totally fine with the scents, especially products that are going in my hair. I get it, it's part of the thing, but this one just, I did not enjoy the scent on it. But aside from that, the way that the actual product worked, I was really enjoying. I like the way that it made my heat styled hair look, and I think it was doing a better job of protecting than some of the other ones that I've used out. I'm going to finish up the heat protectants that I already have, you know, in my collection now, and then I think I'm going to try this out again. Regardless, though, I know that I want to try more from Shea because of how much I enjoyed this. So if you have any recommendations from the line that you've tried out that you've enjoyed, I'd love to hear them in the comments. So if you've been around my channel for any period of time, you would know that one of my favorite, actually no, that's a lie. It is my #1 favorite loose setting powder, probably my favorite setting powder, and it's from the drugstore. It's the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Setting Powder. Here's what it looks like. I have mine in the shade 10 Fair Light, but I also have like a few other shades in my collection just in case, you know, whether I'm, you know, doing like self-tanning or if for some reason I'm especially pale that day. I don't really know why I have such lighter shades as well, but this is my go-to universal shade, the one I'm constantly using. I've already opened up another one and used up like half of that. This is like my second empty of this. Like, needless to say, I'm going to be repurchasing it. I just find it to be the product that works the best for me, whether I'm using it underneath my eyes or to kind of like, I don't know if you guys do this, but after I conceal like a blemish, if I have one on my face, after I pack on like a little bit of finishing powder, just like kind of in that area, let it sit for like, I don't know, 30 seconds and then brush it off. And I just feel like it adds a little bit of that extra coverage, as well as, you know, really sets the concealer in to keep it covered for a longer period of time. And so that's like the two ways that I use this. Consistently use it underneath my eyes. Sometimes I'll just like do like a wash underneath the eyes, and then sometimes I'll really pack it if, you know, I'm going to be like trying to get more of, I don't know, like a brighten look underneath my eyes and I'm going for more full glam, then that's how I'll use it. But I love how versatile this product is. I can also use it all over my face. Can't say enough great things about it. Will continue to recommend it for a long, long time. And not to mention, it's much more affordable than a lot of the other ones on the market. So can't recommend enough. Try it if you haven't. So this is, honestly, I've been loving so many of the Colourpop like base type products when it comes to foundation, tinted moisturizer. But this is one that I've consistently been loving for definitely over a year now. This is, I believe, my second container of it. I'm not really sure, but I do know that I've already opened another one, have been using it ever since I opened up this one. This one in particular is the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hydrating Foundation. Here's what it looks like. This one is in the shade Fair 25W, which is basically the shade that I use all the time. I do have, I believe, a lighter shade that I sometimes will mix with other products, but this is the one that I'm consistently using and can use on its own. And when I tell you, like, this is like my go-to foundation, it is such a good, I would say more medium coverage foundation, because if I want to sheer it out a little bit, I totally can by just either, you know, wearing less product or mixing it with like the tinted moisturizer, which I do quite often, or I can, you know, really just build it up. I'm able to, and it's not going to look cakey, and it's not going to get, you know, kind of weird throughout the day, like wear weird if you like apply even more. So I can build it up to pretty much full coverage. I mean, I will wear it on full glam days as well. It's such a just versatile product. Only qualm that I have is that so many of these lids just break. I don't know what it is. Fortunately, the one that I currently have open, the lid has not broken on me, but definitely don't love that aspect of it. But everything else about it, I really enjoy. If you have dry skin and your, you know, foundation, like wearing a more full coverage foundation can be a little bit uncomfortable for you, this is one I really don't have any issues with. So that's another thing I'd recommend it for. But love this foundation. If you have a similar skin type to me, I think you'd really enjoy it. So I've talked about this before, but when I think about my favorite brand when it comes to mascara, the one that I feel like most often does it right, I would say is L'Oreal. They have so many favorite mascaras. For me personally, I mean, I think the Lash Paradise, the Voluminous, there's so many. And so I tried out the Bambi Eye Mascara from L'Oreal a little while ago, like a few months back, just kind of, you know, changed out. Loved it. Thought it was so good. I'm not sure if I like it better than my Lash Paradise, but it is definitely up there. Like maybe one day it could even like rethrone Lash Paradise. I really enjoyed it. I definitely foresee myself purchasing this again. I feel like this one, the difference between this one and the Lash Paradise is that it did a better job at like making my eyes look wider, a little bit more open, not as much on the volume, but it still was good, and I didn't have problems with it flaking throughout the day or smudging throughout the day, which are two things that, you know, I definitely look for in a mascara. I'm not super particular, but when I think about the way that this mascara like checked off the things on my list that I want, it did a great job, and so this is another one that I'd recommend. This concealer has been my favorite consistently for many months now. I've had it for a long time. I've already repurchased another one, and I used it pretty consistently, but near the end of finishing up this product, I just fell in love. Like I was like, I really don't want to not have this in my collection. It's the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Self-Setting Concealer. Here's what it looks like. I believe it's $28 and mine's in the shade 20. This, first off, perfect shade match for me when it comes to just a shade lighter for underneath the eyes. It's actually the under eye concealer that I'm wearing right now. I don't know what it is about this formula, but it's very comfortable, but it gives the perfect amount of coverage so I can, you know, really, I can build it up to my liking, like if I want a little bit more coverage or if I don't. But I find that I can use it as an everyday concealer. I'm not always using it as an everyday concealer because it is a little bit more expensive, and I'm like, I really would rather just use it on days where I want my makeup to look, you know, especially good. And because it really doesn't go bad quickly either. But I love it so much, and it's so easy to use and quick to blend, and I know that I can count on it, that I find myself using it as an everyday concealer and more special occasion concealer, if you will. Really enjoy it. You know, it just took me a while at first. I just was like, you know, it's no better than any of my other ones. Then I realized it kind of is. Like, it's just a lot easier to use and get the coverage that I'm liking quickly. So it's good when I'm in a rush and in a pinch, or when I'm just wanting to look good. Like, it's just a reliable concealer. So I had to repurchase it. So there goes whether or not I enjoyed it or not. So now we got to talk about my favorite moisturizer. It's the one that I use morning and night. So before I do my makeup, and then after, you know, I take off my makeup at night when I'm, you know, about to go to sleep, this is the moisturizer I use. This is the Toleriane Ultra Face Moisturizer from La Roche-Posay. And this, I mean, I feel like I probably had to have gone through at least one more of these in this like 6-month period since my last Empties video, but possibly not. With this moisturizer, I just think that it has really saved my skin. It's very eczema prone skin, and there was a time where the patchiness was insane. Like, there was nothing that I could do, and that was like 2 or 3 years back, and this was the product that I feel like changed for me. And I, knock on wood, I really want to knock on wood, because like for real, like it has not changed in consistency. It has saved my skin continually, and I do believe that if I were to like not use this at least once a day, then my skin would go back to, you know, the typical condition that it was in prior. And I just love it. It wears well with makeup. It sits well on my skin. If you have dry skin and sensitive skin at that, this is one that if you haven't tried, I really recommend it. It is a little bit pricier, but one of these bottles will last me a month and a half using 2 times a day, which I think is pretty good. And of course, already have another one, used it this morning, gonna use it tonight, you get the vibe. So now for a product that I also do use pretty frequently. I used to use them more than I do now. Now I really only use them for like special occasions because my eyes are finally getting better and not quite as red in general. But these are the Lumify eye drops. They are the best eye drops that I've ever tried. Like, they really do make the whites of your eyes just so white, not supernatural, but just white. And if you struggle with redness in your eyes or irritation, it doesn't help as much with irritation, but the redness, man, it will totally get rid of it. And my red eyes have always been kind of an area like in my life where I've been like kind of insecure. Like when I think about other areas that I'm insecure about, not nearly as much, but it is something that has always, you know, made me insecure, and to have something such an easy fix like these is so great. So if you struggle with that, I highly recommend giving these, trying them out. The size that I have right here is the like 0.25 fluid ounce, but I know that they have other ones as well. Now, obviously, I have found my moisturizer that I love, my holy grail, the La Roche-Posay that I just mentioned. However, I did have some, and I still do have a few more that I'm trying to like gradually work through. When I feel like my skin is like in a really good place, I'm like, okay, I'll use that as my like daytime moisturizer for my face. because I want to use it up and get my money's worth out of all my products, and if it's not a bad product, then I want to use it up. So this is the Garnier Clearly Brighter just moisturizer. I believe it's like a, yeah, brightening and smoothing daily moisturizer. This is a good one. I do feel like I went through this a few times prior to this. I've talked about it in previous like skincare favorites videos, and really because I haven't, you know, used it a lot recently. Like, I feel like it's been sitting in this bin for quite a while, and I've just yet to talk about it. I don't really remember exactly how well it performs or not, but I mean, I remember it performing pretty well. It did add like kind of a glowy finish to my skin that I really did appreciate. I remember that. What I remember, it's an overall good product. I don't know, you know, how much I'd recommend it or not, clearly, because there are other ones in the market that I want. As far as the like sunscreen in this product, there's only SPF 15, so I think that's important to know, that it's not like it's going to drastically protect your skin, because when I think about like this level of SPF, it's pretty minimal. So I'm not super like particular with my like deodorant. I find that pretty much anyone will work for me. There's very few that irritate my skin. I don't know why my underarms aren't sensitive, but that's one area of my skin that just isn't. So I don't know claims to that, but there was a time where I was like going through a bunch of different deodorants because I was just like, I want to find my one. And as I was doing it, I tried out this Dove Dry Shampoo. It's not a dry shampoo, it's a dry spray. It's in the Cool Essentials version, and I really enjoyed this. I kind of just like left it at home. Like when I was at school, I would have my like real deodorant, which I'll talk about in a second, the one that, you know, is my tried and true that I did fall in love with in my little hunt to find mine, that I've repurchased many a times. But this one I was just like, I'll just like keep it here and use it when I'm home, and so I don't have to bring back and forth like my deodorant, little things, you know. But it ended up working out for me. I used it up. I do enjoy it. The smell is very like clean cucumbery, which obviously that's what it is described to be, but I found that it just was a lot. Like a scent that I just didn't love, but it was good. And I know that they have non-scented in this version. I know that they have other versions, so I definitely would, because the one that I like now does not, I don't think it comes in a spray version, and I did like having, you know, just that quick, easy to use component of it. And because I don't rely so heavily, like, yes, I want to smell good, but I find that this can help me with that. And I know for some people a dry spray just isn't quite as efficient or effective for them as maybe like the traditional stick deodorant form is, but for me it worked totally fine. So I do, like, I feel like I would purchase this again just to have that ease of use, but I would not get this scent because it's not terrible. It's just like I would rather have a different one. So as I mentioned, I'm not necessarily like a deodorant connoisseur. I tried out a couple while I was on the hunt for the one for me, and this was it. I can't tell you exactly why it's the one that I fell in love with over other ones, but I do know that, you know, it makes me smell good. I really don't have problems with like sweating profusely or anything, but still don't have problems with that when using this. I think the main thing for me is I love the smell on this, and the fact that I could put this on and, you know, I do reapply deodorant. Like, I don't just wait till like I shower, but if, you know, for some reason like I forgot my deodorant or whatever, I feel like there's been a time where like for some reason I didn't reapply, and you can smell it like 2 days later, but it's not too like overpowering either. Like, it's just the perfect balance of a good scent that's not too strong, and I've still haven't gotten sick of it after repurchasing it many times. But this one right here, it's from Secret. It's the Outlast Sweat and Odor Completely Clean. It's a like gel formula, which I know they have it in a solid formula as well. Personally, I like the gel. I know some people don't, but they have it in both options. But if they were to make this in a spray, so it would be like easy to use like that other one, that would be so nice. But anyway, this is the one that I've been using consistently for a long time, and I will repurchase it when I use up the other one I already bought. I told y'all this video was going to be a long one, and I meant it. Next, I have a body scrub to talk about, and I actually, well, okay, so it's the Tree Hut Vitamin C Shea Sugar Scrub. Here's what it looks like. First off, love the Tree Hut scrubs. Like, honestly, me and my 3 other roommates, we all had the Tree Hut scrubs, like in different versions, but we all had it because we just loved it that much. It does the job. It, you know, gets rid of any dead skin or dryness, whatever it may be that you're trying to get rid of. It does it well at an affordable price in a pretty big container, and it smells good. Now, as for this particular one, to be honest, like, I have the Moroccan Rose one in my shower right now, and I don't even love like rose scented things, but there's something about that one that smells really good. I got it as a gift and was expecting to like not love it. I do. This one, I don't know what it is about the smell, because it's like orangey. Like, it shouldn't be like super not my speed, but I found it to be really strong, really overbearing. But the reason that I like this one so much, and I feel like I need to repurchase it again, is because it has alpha hydroxy acid in it, which if you get those kind of like smaller bumps in your arms, it's like keratosis pilaris, KP. If you get those bumps, that's supposed to be great for that. And so whenever I would use it on my arms, it really did help. And if I would follow it with like a really good lotion like amlactin or something, it really did the trick and helped to get rid of those bumps. Not entirely, but pretty much. And so it's like, I really do feel like, although I didn't like the scent, the other ones don't have that ingredient in it. So until they come out with another scent that has the alpha hydroxy acid, I probably will be repurchasing this one. Regardless, I will be repurchasing the Tree Hut scrubs and recommend them to no end because they're just that good. Now for another Tree Hut product. This one makes it into so many empties videos of mine just because it's my favorite shaving gel. I mean, it's an oil, but like, you know, your shave cream, this is what I use in replacement of that. I've gone through this quite a few times. They have a new watermelon scent, or at least I saw it on Ulta the other day, and I want it as my next. Like when I go through the one that I already have in my shower, I will be getting the watermelon one. But this is the Tree Hut Bare Moisturizing Shave Oil. This is in the coconut lime version. I used to love, they had like a pistachio one. I'm pretty sure that's been discontinued, but that scent was really good. I tried the Tahitian vanilla one, and that was good, but this is so far as the ones that they have available. Haven't tried the watermelon, but of the ones that I've tried that they still have available, this is the one that I've been repurchasing. As far as the oil goes, the consistency, the formula does not change within the different scents. It's just how they smell, and they're not like, they're kind of strong, but they're not like super, super strong and overbearing, where they linger after your shower. But for me, this does the trick. It doesn't irritate my legs, which are definitely eczema prone, theme of the video. But not only that, I feel like it really does help with my shaving and for me to get a clean shave, and I continually buy it because it just works so much better for me than any other shaving cream, shaving gel, anything of that nature that I've ever tried before. And that is why I love this product and would recommend it to anyone, and it continually makes it in these empties videos. Quickly, I want to talk about toothpaste. And I know it sounds crazy, I know it sounds boring, but this has been a game changer for me. This is, you can't really see the packaging, luckily this one's the older one, but this is the Crest 3D White Stain Eraser. This is the like newer packaging, if you will, but I've used up 2 of these over this past period. This is the Arctic Fresh version, and this is the like Icy Clean Mint. There's really no difference in performance when it comes to like which flavor you choose, it's just the flavor, because I've used both, and I've been using these, like this toothpaste, consistently for like the past year, and I really do think it's changed like my teeth. I feel like I've always had a little bit more yellower teeth, and yes, they're not pearly whites now, but I feel like they're significantly whiter than they were before I started using this, and this has been the only change in like my teeth care routine, like my, what do you call that? Like this has been the only change that I've had when it comes to my routine, and I really think this was it. I mean, even my mom noticed, like, when I came back from college, she was like, are you doing something different? Like, are you whitening your teeth? And I was like, no, like, this has been the only thing that I've changed, and I attribute it to this. So, thank you. The person who recommended this to me was Jessica Braun here on YouTube. Thank you so much, because this has changed the game for me. Now that, I believe is it. I'm probably forgetting something and thinking that I talked about it and really hadn't, but looking down, I don't think I missed anything, but I hope that you guys enjoyed today's empties video. If you did and want to see more of them, definitely be sure and give it a thumbs up so I know to create content similar to this in the future. And if you'd like to check out other videos that I've done in the past similar to this, I'll have that Beauty Empties video linked below. But thank you so much for being here, watching my video, checking out my channel, whether you've been here a while or this is your first video. I really do appreciate it, so thank you so much. I hope that you're having a great day today, and I hope that you have a great couple of days until my next video is uploaded, and I will see you when it is. Bye!